It doesn't benefit anybody for Jayden Daniels to get out there and say, oh, I'm going to play Sunday, when he doesn't know if he's going to play Sunday or not. So, yeah, let Marcus Mariota handle those questions. And honestly, there's a lot of stuff to talk to Marcus about, too, given that this is a former team of his and given that this may be the second time he's been thrust into this situation.
Yeah, and whether or not it's Marcus Mariota or Jayden Daniels, QB1 or on Sunday, the spotlight will be on Cliff Kingsbury. He was America's favorite offense coordinator last year, not named Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson gets a head coaching opportunity. Cliff actually decides, I'm going to stay around for at least another year. And then after his team's performance on Thursday night, it absolutely feels like he's under some heat, some pressure. It doesn't matter who's the quarterback. The team needs to be able to move the football.
Yeah, this was a big miss last week in the game plan. I thought they had a strong game plan week one. I thought the Giants were really good defensively, and we didn't see that against Dallas, obviously. Dak rolled through them, so that was a little bit of cold water on that situation. But this is all the excuses are gone Sunday, Adam. You see that. I see that. The Raiders are on short rest. These guys are on long rest. These guys are a good team that went to the NFC title game. These guys are a bad team that missed the playoffs. I'm not seeing any plausible reason why, Jayden or not, these guys shouldn't win this football game on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, week one, I'm not blaming Cliff for the team scoring 21 points. It was Jayden's fault at the end of the half. They botched that. It was Jayden's fault. Cliff called a great play for Terry to basically have a walk-in touchdown on a deep throw. Jayden missed it. Week two was Cliff Kingsbury's fault, way more than Jayden Daniels' fault in my mind. And so week three, absolutely, you need a better game plan from Cliff Kingsbury. Defensively, what do you want to see them improve on most?
Yeah, I'd love to see a takeaway. I know that's really hard to predict or to force, but it's been a big part of this is they haven't had one of those game-changing plays yet. Intercepted Russ, but it was called back. Nothing last week, obviously, in Green Bay. I'd like to see a game-changing play or two. Want to see that D-line get back to where they were week one. And, you know, I don't think the Raiders have the talent to do what the Packers did in terms of spreading the field, making you respect everybody. But Brock Bowers is really good. I don't want to see a tight end go for 100 yards again. That's old Redskins. We're on to Commanders football now.
Yeah, and Jacoby Myers, it felt like was open all game on Monday Night Football. He's a guy that can burn you in spaces. He's very quick. He can turn a 5-yard play into 15 yards. So I think you're looking at him, Genty, and Brock Bowers as the three guys Washington must contain to get the win. You want more turnovers. I absolutely agree with you there. It's something we called for all of last season. I want a red zone stop, multiple red zone stops. I want to get off the field on 3rd and 4th down as well, something they weren't able to do against the Green Bay Packers. And I think the way you improve on 3rd and 4th down is being better on 1st and 2nd down. Too many 8 yards on 1st down, 7 yards on 2nd down when you had them at 2nd and 10. They set themselves up with really good plays on the early downs.
I'm just nodding along in agreement. You're correct on all of that, obviously, and that's been part of the secret of this offense's success and part of what they're going to miss in Austin Eckler, right? A guy who can get 5-6 yards on 1st down. We'll see if Bill can do that. I think it'll be a fascinating jump going from guy who shows up occasionally and provides juice to guy who's going to be out there maybe even for every down for this team. Can Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt provide that spark, provide that energy for the Washington Commanders that I think we all think he can?
Yeah, I'm going to be very interested on 3rd downs, who's in the lineup for Washington. That was the role that was absolutely for Austin Eckler. You look at Jeremy McNichols. We wonder, can Bill be an every down back? Like you mentioned, he's going to have to be able to block in the backfield and protect Jayden Daniels or Marcus Mariota. I mean, they just have to do a much better job protecting the quarterback. It starts with the offensive line. It does include the running back and the tight ends.
Yeah, it's time for Terry to take a step forward, too. Terry McLaurin has been underwhelming through 2 games. It looks like he's been out of sync, and I think that's because he wasn't in sync during practices all summer long. Long week, a lot of work. It's not getting that work. He's not getting that work with Jayden. That's not ideal. But he'll get that work with Marcus Mariota, and if Marcus plays, you'd like to see that be a little bit crisper, a little bit sharper, because 1 or 2 of those deep balls, as you saw against Green Bay, land a couple of those. We're talking about a different ballgame now.
Crosstalk with Michael Phillips, MP on the mic, Monday through Friday from 10 to noon. I'm 12 to 3 here on AWOD Radio. We crosstalk daily to talk about our favorite football team, the Washington Commanders. And Michael, it's a big game Sunday against the Vegas Raiders, and a game to get right and to just flush all of that, use Listerine, flush all that bad taste out of your mouth after the defeat to the Packers.
Well, and that was a Super Bowl caliber team at home on a short week with a coach who's had your coach's number going back. This is none of those things. This is an advantageous matchup for Washington. I'm not going to stand on the table and be like, they will win this game by 30, but this is a game they should win. This is a game, if they're a true contender, they will win. Hold serve at home against a team worse than you with a rest advantage. Everything is going right for these guys. Everything we were mad about after last Thursday, none of that's at play here. I think however mad you were Thursday, you're going to be double mad if they lose this one. I just don't think they will.
Yeah, I'm going to love a tennis metaphor like that. You have to hold serve. Everything's fine and dandy if you win your home games. All right? It's when you start losing those that everybody starts to panic. I'm going to go back to what we talked about on your show, Michael. This team's got to do what the Green Bay Packers did. All right? You're at home. The other team's on a short week. They're traveling across the country for this game. Sucker punch them. Hit them in their face right to start the game. Washington needs to put points on the board the first offensive drive, no matter who's in at quarterback.
Well, I think it'll be a great crowd, too. The home crowd was so good in that opener against the Giants, which is, it shouldn't be a news item, but it's a news item when you've had the crowds we've had here for so long. It was a great crowd in the opener. I think it's sold out or close to sold out. I think it'll be a great crowd again on Sunday. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of that momentum. Whether Jayden plays or not, there's enough skill, enough talent, and enough momentum to win this football game.
Michael Phillips with us here following our trip to Green Bay. I do always grab an item anytime we hit the road. And so as we're doing a video here, you can follow us on YouTube at AWOD Radio. I'm wearing my sweatshirt that I bought, and you'll notice nothing Green Bay, nothing Packers, just promoting iconic Lambeau Field. Did I do good?
Best stadium in football. Yeah, rep Lambeau. We had a great trip. I loved how many people said hey to you at the bar when you were doing your show. The Fan, the brand, it travels, buddy.
Yeah, I love how you steak shamed me correctly. Next time, I got to be able to finish my own food.
You didn't finish your steak at dinner. It was a shameful moment. You tried to baked potato shame me. Get out of town with that. You don't have to finish the baked potato. You got to finish the steak.
That's Michael Phillips. I'm Adam Epstein. You're listening to AWOD Radio on The Fan.